everyone, welcome back for another exciting walk. Today we're at Dent Station, which is the highest mainline station in England. It's in the Yorkshire Dales National Park on the Sedbergh line. Today's walk we're going to head over Rise Hill and down into Sedbergh before climbing up into the Howgills to camp overnight. Tomorrow we'll get up and we'll head down to Ravenstonedale and then on to Kirby Stephen. So without further ado, let's get on. Leaving the station, I headed off down the coal road towards Dent. The daisies and the foxgloves gently swayed in the breeze. It felt like summer had finally arrived. The coal road is renowned locally for its steep gradients and connects the stations of Dent and Garsdale. It reaches a height of 535 metres and is regularly blocked by snow in the winter. So we're now in a little village called Howgills. We've just got a little bit further on the road to go before we turn off and start climbing up to Rise Hill. Climbing out of the valley, the path rose gently at first and then more steeply. Trees gave way to impressive views back towards Dent Station. So we're making good progress now up onto Rise Hill. You can see the path behind me is quite dry, which is good. In winter it can be quite boggy on here. Because it's been so dry the last week or so, it actually makes for really good walking conditions. Ahead I could see the approach to Rise Hill Tunnel. At 1,109 metres long, it is the second longest tunnel on the line. The longest being Blee Moor. I turned off the main path and started on the long ascent of Howgills Pike, the highest point on the ridge of Rise Hill. Rise Hill derives from Risel, which means brushwood, small pieces of wood that are broken off trees and bushes. However, wherever I looked, I couldn't see any. Up ahead, the summit of Howgills Pike dominated the skyline. Still had a way to go. So we're nearly at the top now. Weather started to cloud over as the forecast said it would, but still a lovely day. Just looking forward now to getting to the top, having a sit down and a cup of tea and some lunch. So here we are at the top of Rise Hill. You can see the trig point here, and the views behind us, well, they're not perfect. It has started to cloud over, but still you can make out all the main peaks. I'll just show you, turn you around. In the distance there you've got Pen-y-Ghent, and as we spin round you can see Whernside. Just over the shoulder there you can see Ingleborough peeping through. As we move around we can see Great Coombe. I'm not sure what this one is, but it's looking over towards what's it called? Kirby Lonsdale, in that direction. As we spin round next target, which is the Howgills, and then behind us we have Farm, and that's looking up towards Garsdale. All fed and watered, I set off again. It was all downhill to Sedbergh, and I was looking forward to a couple of easy hours walking. A good path and gentle downhill gradient allowed my mind to wander and take in the views. So I've come down from Rise Hill quite a bit now. It's considerably warmer down here, and I've had to change back out of my fleece because it was getting too hot. You can see here we're at the turning off for Dent village here. We're not going to take that one, we're just going to go straight on and head towards Sedbergh. As I descended to Sedbergh, the Howgill fells loomed ever large, reminding me of the challenge that lay ahead. The path along the riverbank was a pleasant surprise and a welcome break from the road. I was looking forward to reaching Sedbergh and getting a drink and a rest. So I'm just having a quick rest in Sedbergh before I go up into the Howgills. Myself a drink, got myself a pot of ice cream. I'm just going to tuck into these, get some energy back, and then head up that final climb. Okay, so I'm just now heading up out of Sedbergh. Just even off the main street you can feel the climb straight away. It's just straight up out of the town centre into the Howgill Fells. It reminds me of the hilltop finish at the Tour de France at the end of a stage. I followed the sign to the fells. The path continued its relentless rise. As I climbed up into the Howgills, clouds gathered and an eerie silence descended over the hills. Nearly now at the summit in the Howgills, and in case we're looking for somewhere to camp. You can see the sun's just starting to poke out up ahead, which is good. But it's quite a test at the end of the day, but it's all good. Certainly have a good workout. To the west I could see Killington Lake, and through the cloud I could just make out Morecambe Bay. Looking south back towards Sedbergh, I could see the path and all I'd achieved. No wonder my legs were feeling tired. Okay, so after walking around for quite a while, I finally find the right place to pitch. It's just this spot here. As you can see, the view over to the Howgills looks pretty good. Now I'm going to get on because it's starting to try to rain, and I want to get the tent up before it rains. So as you can see, we've got the tent up. We've got it facing east because the wind's coming from the west, and being a tunnel tent, it's best to pitch it in the direction of the wind. Hopefully that'll stay up. It looks okay. Anyway, I'm a little bit cold now. I'm going to get inside, get all my sleeping stuff ready, and then make myself some tea. So I'm just currently boiling up some water for my mug shot, and that will be my tea tonight. And then I'll probably follow it up with a coffee.